Okay guys, before we start the activity, what I need is your eyes looking, your lips closed, your ears listening, and I need you sitting in your chairs. Okay, thank you. Well done everyone. Okay, what we're going to do this morning, boys and girls, is we are going to write some sentences about some pictures I'm going to show you. We are going to use the simple present to write these sentences. So remember guys, the simple present tense is a form of the verb that refers to an action or event that is ongoing or that regularly takes place in present time. You guys know that. So what I want you to do right now is think of an example of when you might use the simple present tense. What I want you to do is have a think back to last week about some activities we did where you were using the simple present tense. Raise your hand up when you can think of an example you can give me. Okay. So it's a little bit louder. Can you think of an example? When do we use the simple present tense? We use it when we're talking about something that you do regularly. I go to school. Okay. I go to work. I go to school. You're talking about your daily routine, things that happen regularly or things that happen every day on an ongoing basis. Okay, well done guys. So I want you to keep thinking about that today in this short revision before we start our lesson. One thing I noticed last week was that we were making some mistakes when we were writing about our daily routine. And that was when we were talking about he, she, or it. So when we were using those verbs and we were using them in the third person singular. So when we're talking about he, she, or it. Because something happens then with the verb. So what I have here is just to refresh your memories. We talked about this last week. Let's have some rules and some examples. Now there are a few rules, and what I want you to do today is just try and practice them and try and avoid making those mistakes today. So let's have a look here. Most verbs take S. You only need to add S at the end for most verbs. For example, he works. It dances. She reads. It speaks. It's pretty simple. Most verbs that we find use that. Now let's have a look at our second rule. So verbs that end in SS, SH, CH, X, N-O, take ES. So we have to add ES to the end. I want you to have a look up here at some examples. And can someone please read, how would we say this word here? If I say I kiss the baby, how would you say she does that?
She kisses the baby.
Excellent. Kisses. And you have to pronounce that S sound at the end. And you have to write that in as well when you are doing your writing. So, she kisses the baby. It washes the clothes. He watches television. Can you think of another verb that might end in one of these endings here that you could share with the class? Okay.
Catch.
Catch. So how would you say that in a sentence?
He catches the ball.
He catches the ball. Excellent. The next rule is verbs that end in a consonant. So remember, our consonants are all of the letters of the alphabet that aren't A, E, I, O, U. Consonant and a Y. What you need to do there is take away the I and add I-E-S. So for example, he studies. She cries. It flies. He copies. Can you think of an example of another verb that ends in a consonant and a Y? Have a think about some different verbs that you might know. Have a think. Okay.
Carry.
Carry.
Carries.
Carries. So we have carry, we have our consonant R, and we have our Y ending. How would I change this to say he carries? What letters do I need to do? What do I need to change here? This last at the end in there.
Take the Y off.
Take the Y off. And what do I need to add?
I-E-S.
Excellent. I-E-S. She carries, he carries, it carries. So next, looking at our last rule, verbs ending in a vowel. So remember our vowels are A, E, I, O, U. And a Y, we just add S. So can anyone think of an example here that they might know of a verb? Anyone having to think back? Yes.
Destroy.
Destroy. Good one. So we have the word destroy. And what do we need to do if we're talking about he, she, or it to the ending? What do we need to add?
Just add an S.
Just add the S. Excellent. Thank you very much. Good work, guys. These rules are going to take some time, but we are going to practice them and we are going to learn them together. So, how are we going to practice? We need to do some learning. So, what I have here is a picture. Today I have 4 pictures. And make sure you guys are sitting down. I have 4 pictures. And what we are going to do is, we are going to write just a short, simple sentence about the action that is happening in the picture. You are going to be working with the pairs that you are sitting with right now. You're going to be using the whiteboards that you have in front of you, and you're going to be using your marker pens to write your sentences. In your sentence, you need to remember to include a pronoun, a verb, an adjective, and a noun. They're just some of the things that we are looking at today, and you need to start thinking of for our next activity. So remember, our pronouns are our pronouns. Thinking about who is doing the action, or who is the verb about. We have I, we have
You.
we have
Us.
we have we have, what do you call those people out over there?
Them.
They,
They.
and we have
It.
it, we have he, and we have she. So they are pronouns today. Remember, today what verbs we are going to use. What does a verb do?
Describe.
It describes. Excellent. It describes what? Having to think. It describes the action. So today the verb is going to be describing what is the person doing, or what is the thing doing. The adjective. What does an adjective do?
That describes too.
That describes as well. Okay, what is it describing though? What is our adjective describing
The verb.
today? It's describing the verb, or is it describing something else?
The noun.
The noun is describing the noun. We have all different types of nouns. Can anyone give me an example of a noun in this classroom? Maybe something that you are really close to right now.
Table.
Table. What colour is the table?
Green.
Green. So you are at the green table. Your adjective is green, and your noun is table.
What's the verb?
We don't have you are at the table. You are at the green table. What is the verb in that sentence? You are at the green table. At. Is that our verb? What are you doing, or where are you being? Are. That's correct. So our verb in that sentence is are. But today our main verbs we're going to be looking at is the action. Okay? So, looking at this pitch here, I'm going to give you 1 minute. With your partners, I want you to put your brains together and I want you to use your words and your writing to come up with an answer. Can you write one sentence that describes this picture? Go ahead. I'm going to walk around. If you have any questions, make sure you can ask. Okay, love your work over there. Coming around.
I think
Excellent. Great work over there, guys.
yeah, I think so.
Remember, I'm coming around, so if you have any questions. Okay, guys, looks like everyone's finished. Markers down, put your markers down and hold your whiteboard up when you are ready. Okay, thank you, that team over there. Well done over here. Okay, I'm looking around, I can see some excellent answers. Excellent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take from this group over here and I'm going to write your sentence up. Okay, so we have she plays with a ball. Okay, she plays with the ball. Excellent. You have your pronoun. Well done. You have your verb. Well done. And you have just added that S. That's perfect. Well done. You're following your rules. You're thinking. Well done. And you have your noun. Ball. Good sentence. But you're missing one thing that we need. I want you to have a think. What's something that we need to add? We need to add something over here. What is it?
Adjective.
Adjective. So the adjective, remember guys, describes the noun. I want you to have a look at that noun in this sentence, which is the ball. What's a word that we could use to describe that sentence? Make sure you raise your hands, boys and girls. Yes.
Red.
Red. She plays with a red. I'm going to write red here. With a red ball. Can you think of another adjective to describe the ball? It's red, correct? Yes.
Big.
Big. She plays with a big ball. What's a better word than big? What's another word we can use to say instead of saying big all the time?
Large.
Large, that's better. Excellent. Large ball.
Shiny.
Ooh, shiny. It is a shiny ball you can see over there. We have a shiny ball. So boys and girls, what I want you to have a look up here is, look how much better our sentence sounds when we use that adjective. She plays with the ball. Yes, that's correct, and it's telling us what she's doing. But when we add these words in, listen to the difference. She plays with a red ball. She plays with a large ball. She plays with a shiny ball. What is it giving you when you use those adjectives? What more is it telling you?
More details.
Okay, excellent. It's telling you more details. Well done. Looking around, guys, I can see everyone wrote one sentence correctly. Okay, but remember, adjectives. So for the next one, I want you to remember pronoun, verb, adjective, and